What's up, 5th through 8th students? My name is Ethan. We got Brad here, and then we have David Coots in the back. We are here for week 3 of Recalculating. Week 1 was about Joseph, and we just saw that God worked through his life, and man, he had an ultimate plan that God accomplished for our good and for his glory. We saw in Jeremiah how we're not just supposed to endure his plan and like grit our teeth, but we're supposed to embrace it and thrive where God recalculates us. And this week, week 3, the ending of Recalculating, we're looking in the life of Daniel. Well, a lot goes on in the book of Daniel, and what we're going to see is that Daniel stays faithful because he knows that God is faithful. But in the midst of change, that's hard.
It is hard. And sometimes when life throws us curveballs, it can feel like we're out of control, and we can do things to try to take it into our own hands and not trust God during the process. We try to change the path on our own without going to God about it. So Daniel had an interesting life, and he had some curveballs thrown at him. And we're going to look at what decision did he make? Did Daniel try to take matters into his own hands, or did he trust in God? All right, so we're going to look at the life of Daniel. So David, can you talk to us about the life of Daniel?
Yeah, so let's set the scene. So Daniel is a group of young men that King Darius wants to train and teach up in the ways of the Babylonians. And so Daniel, his people have been captured by the Babylonians. He's an Israelite, and King Darius they have changes in diet, changes in religion, like who they worship and false idols. And Daniel, in the midst of all those recalculations, he is being faithful to God. He maintains his diet, he continues to pray to God faithfully, and he is committed to his faith. Now, here's what's awesome. At the end, even after his experience with the lion's den, here's what King Darius has to say based on Daniel's faithfulness. He says, "He," meaning God, "delivers and rescues. He works signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. He who has saved Daniel from the power of the lion's den." How awesome is that? Now Brad's going to hit us with some awesome applications.
All right, thank you, David. So that was the life of Daniel. He had a lot of curveballs thrown at him, and he had to make the decision. Am I going to stay faithful to God and trust in his plan, trust in his love to lead me in the way I'm supposed to go, or am I going to try to take matters into my own hands? And guys, that's so applicable to our lives. Life throws curveballs. It throws recalculations where our route gets thrown off. Like maybe you don't make the sports team that you hoped. You don't get the grade that you were hoping for, or the guy or girl that you had a crush on. Sometimes a global pandemic hits and you're stuck at home and you don't get to see your friends as much. But guys, we're called to remain faithful and trust in God. God is always faithful, and he's always working for our good. See, the biggest recalculation of all time was when sin entered the world. It looked like we didn't have any hope. It looked like humanity was done for. But God was in control. God had a plan. He had a rescue mission, and where he sent his own son, Jesus Christ, to come down to earth, live a perfect life, die, raise again, defeat death so that we could be saved. Guys, God is always working for our good. We just have to put our faith in him. Have you put your faith in Jesus? Because we can't do it on our own. There's too many recalculations.